Hey, what's up everyone? Morey Croson here, and today we're going to be going over my favorite exercise for quarterbacks and for sprinters, and we're going to hop in the video right now. Okay, so this is going to be an exercise that I've been doing a ton lately just because I think it makes a huge impact on both the ability to throw further and throw with more velocity, as well as being able to improve my sprint speed. And the exercise is just the broad jump. And, while you can do a set, and I do a lot in the programs of, multiple broad jumps, one after the other, I do think just the one-time stationary broad jump is the better way to go. And I'll just do, I'll do as many as like 50 of these, obviously break it up into sets in a day, right? Just to be able to work on so many different key parts of being able to really maximize both throwing the ball, so it's for quarterbacks as well as for sprinters. So the exercise here is, the big thing, the reason that I like it is one, you have to go over some good loading fundamentals. So I like that the shoulder position this is really more for sprinting, being able to understand how to properly load, maintain a good spine position. I think that's important, right? And then as we're going and getting this extension in the hip, this is going to be such a big thing for really any type of athlete, right? Whether you're a pitcher, quarterback, play tennis, basketball, anything, you have to be able to get really good hip extension. Your body has to feel comfortable in getting this hip extension, and also having the range of motion within the lower back is super important as well. There's been a lot of studies that have come out that have talked about how horizontal force production is a better exercise that transfers over to sprinting than doing vertical force production. So instead of doing like a vertical jump, doing horizontal jumps, doing deadlifts, doing hip thrust, more of a horizontal movement is going to be more effective than doing something like a squat or a vertical jump. So broad jumps are a great way to be able to do that, build up the explosion. Right, and then also it's a great way to be able to get body control, because now as you're in the air, you got to be able to immediately go into knee drive, right? This is obviously something that transfers right over to sprinting. You can see how that's very similar with the leg cycle, right? And then being able to land and decelerate. This is something that I think is great for quarterbacks. You got to get yourself into a good position to be able to decelerate with, through the hips, through the body, through the spine, and really ensure that you are able to intertwine your upper body with the lower body. We'll go from the front view here, right? So as I'm going through and I'm loading and I'm about to explode through, I have to be able to utilize my arms and my core to be able to help myself in generating force from the ground. Same idea when it comes to sprinting or throwing a football. You have to be able to utilize your entire body, right? How you load with the upper body, how you load with the core, how you get your lower body situated to be able to then, create the right type of press, create the right type of rotation, create the right type of upper body movement. So the better you're in sync, both upper body down to lower body back up to upper body, makes it so you can set up your body to be able to perform at a very, very high level. The more you guys do this and the better that you get, the better that you'll see, or the more you'll see in the actual carryover from, this exercise to performance. And I do actually want to show you some of the best numbers with, really high performing quarterbacks and what their broad jump numbers were and how they kind of related. And then also with some of the top sprinters, how many of the best broad jump sprints also led to some of the best 40 times in the combine. And, because we don't have as much of the broad jump numbers when it comes to like top sprinters and stuff like that, but top performers in the 40, I still think is a great way to be able to see how the broad jump will be able to carry over to what it is you're doing. And I'm big into research, big into making sure that the science makes sense. So I'm not going to just give you guys something that I haven't done my own research on. So here's some numbers to be able to help and support what I'm saying. And I really, really recommend you start doing these on a, if not daily basis, at least weekly basis. 3-4 times a week is probably how often I do them at the minimum. If I'm not doing broad jumps, then I'm definitely doing some type of sprinting or some type of echo bike or something like that to be able to really make sure I can utilize my workout time, workout drills to be able to carry over into both throwing the football well and sprinting faster. So this is the exercise, and I wanted to also go into the form of it, right? And I kind of broke that all down just so then you understand, what are some of the key parts. So when you push off, make sure you drive the knee, make sure you're sitting back when you're landing and being able to control. You really want to make sure you're doing this exercise right, because it does make a big difference in how well it will actually transfer over to your performance if you do it, incorrectly in comparison to correctly. So as always, if you like the information, click that thumbs up down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you have any questions, comments, comments, recommendations, you can leave those down below. Always love to hear that. And then, big thing that I've been talking about lately has been the Zoom sessions. The reason I've been talking about that is because I think and I've seen a lot of great improvement with the Zoom. So what happens when you do a Zoom session, whether you're a sprinter or a quarterback, we hop onto a Zoom, and over the course of about 30 minutes, you'll either throw, you'll run, you'll do some different types of movements, and then I'll be able to look at it, and I will actually go on, just like how I do the breakdowns, I'll record it live, and I'll show you, hey, we're not getting the right knee drive, we're not getting the right foot position, you're not loading on the back leg correctly, you're not getting the elbow in the right spot, and then we'll have you continue to go through it. So it's an actual coaching session, really putting a huge focus on the mechanics. I really, really recommend it. We could do it for 30 minutes. That's what I'm going to put in the link in the description down below, but we could do it for an hour or two for people that are looking to do that. That's obviously going to be a little bit more expensive, but either way, you're going to get a ton of value from being able to really see yourself, right? Especially males, if you're a male watching this right now, then we are visual people, right? We want to be able to see what the mistakes are in order to actually connect to them and be able to fix them. So many people, I think, and the biggest reason that I see what I do working very well within whatever group, I even work a lot with pitchers and a wide variety, people hit me up about all different types of things, is because I take video, right? Whether it is somebody coming in for back pain and taking a video of them walking and being able to break down the mechanics of gait, whether we're looking at speed and how you can get faster, looking at your throw and how you can work on the mechanics there, golf swing, whatever the case may be. The key behind it is being able to actually look at the mechanics, break it down, get a visual of what's going on and how we can fix it with drills, exercises, etc., and then be able to actually make that change. So if you guys are interested in doing that, I'm doing it for a very, very cheap rate. Go ahead and click that description down below. I broke it up, so if you're looking more for sprint, that's going to be down below, or also with throw, that's also going to be down below. So as always, guys, again, thanks for watching. If you're still watching this video now and haven't clicked that thumbs up, I really will appreciate it. If you do, that just keeps us going, makes it so we get a little bit more attention from the YouTube algorithm, and really just makes it so I continue to make these great videos for you guys. So as always, thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.